Yeah, so Mikhail there sacrificed himself for our group there. So in Xenoblade Chronicles Torna, the Golden Country, which we're now a decent bit into. Michael Bay, exactly, no. But Mikhail, who, like, we're now a decent bit through Torna, the Golden Country when it comes to getting that out there. And Mikhail was one of the two children of that group. There's, like, Mikhail of Jin and Laura's group, and there's Milton of Adam and Mithra's group. And after the events of Torna, the Golden Country, Mikhail wound up being taken by Malthus and turned into an experimental blade eater because he was testing that on other people before he dared do it on himself. And he tried to kill all the blade eaters after making them, but he had survived. Like, he had escaped and survived until now, so naturally he had kind of joined up with Jin, like an old comrade of his who had once like helped take care of him in that group when he had nobody, which is part of the reason why he joined Jin and Torna there. And yeah, him seeing our party reminded him of like the group that he was once with there, the people that he once loved, and made him question what he was going forward for doing there. But yeah. They're all Brits in Xenoblade. No, they're not. Nia's Welsh. Anyway, and continuing on here. It's sinking. Never thought I'd see the day when Torna, of all people, would be saving our hides. Mikhail, can't let his effort go to waste. You're right. Let's go after Jin. I have words. I have to have a word with him about the answer I found. It's C. Always answer C on any test. All the mercenary missions are back, and I tried to structure putting Torna together with Xenoblade 2 in such a way that it wouldn't spoil anything. But if I wanted to not spoil the fact that like Mikhail was a kid in the group of, you know, Laura and Jin and company, then I wouldn't be able to start Torna the Golden Country in this series until now, and that's ridiculous. So that's the one thing that I did spoil by doing Torna the Golden Country at the time that I did. But that's the only thing, because we wouldn't be able to start until now otherwise. So that was that's an exception there. We need some more electric mastery apparently. Who is like level 3 at all the dudes are back from the Merc mission, so we can go ahead and get all them real quick. Hold on. I remember when I first got to this place, my first playthrough, I had to go and like grind just to get like the field skills required to open this door. I hated that because I just wanted to push through the rest there. But you're lucky to have me. But yeah, so we're approaching the conclusion. We're making it up to the last bit of the world tree here. And where are we going up to? What's this tower leading up to? Like, it looks like a tree from the outside, but it's really just a massive mechanical tower. So what does it lead up to? Yeah, we've pretty much broken the game in terms of strength, especially with Fior and Screw Edge. You know. But yeah, so there's all these connections between Xenoblade 1, for example. Like, for example, there's the fact that both Rex and Shulk have visions about the future, stuff like that. Though in this game it's called Foresight, and it's not a battle mechanic, it's just part of the story. And there's the fact that Malos, one of the Aegises, the other being Mithra / Pyra here, his sword literally is a Monado. It looks very uncanny to Shulk's Monado. I should say Zanja's Monado. Shulk's Monado is more like Elvis's Monado, the true Monado, the freaking glowy ghost sword thing. But Shulk's original Monado, his iconic Monado, Malos' sword looks like a dark version of that and does have the Monado symbols in it. Plus, when he attacks, he literally calls out Monado arts, like Monado Shield, not Monado Shield, Monado Armor is what he calls out, sorry, my mistake there. Monado Buster, Monado Eater, Monado Cyclone, which implies that Aegises are Monados, is what that implies. Like, first of all, with Malos having a sword that is a Monado, he literally calls it that, by calling out Monado arts, plus the fact that Rex has Foresight visions the exact same that Shulk has in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. This seems to push towards the idea that the word Aegis and Monado means the same thing. But what does it mean here? And also, there were 3 Monados in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but there's only 2 Aegises here, unless you count like Pyra / Mithra / her third form is like different ones, but like not really. So there's only really 2 Aegises / Monados in this world, whereas in Xenoblade 1 there was 3. And a whole bunch of little interesting tidbits that we've gotten so far. It was at the beginning of chapter 7, I believe. We got a brief glimpse of this one part of the inside of the world tree that showed this computer part that had a triangle of 3 parts to it, and each of those was empty. There wasn't a part in there, but it was the outline of an Aegis core crystal, the same shape as like Mithra's and Malus's, and there were 3 slots. And in Xenoblade 1, there's 3 Monados, that golden number of 3. So, like, what's that last slot then? And it's probably safe to assume that that's the thing where, you know, Amalthus stole the 2 core crystals of Malos and Mithra. But what happened to the 3rd then, if there's a 3rd slot? And as well, there's the fact that in chapter 7, when Rex originally picked up the... I thought my controller disconnected at first. My movement wasn't working there. When Rex picked up the 3rd Aegis sword, the closest thing to, like, the true Monado of this world, I guess, since it's, like, Mithra's whole being, in a sense. When he picked that up, he had a vision of, like, a ring going around the earth and the universe being remade. The same thing that happened at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 when Alvis showed Shulk the vision of how the world was created, where Shulk was like, where is this? And Alvis was like, this is my home. There, like, and Shulk was like, that voice, who is that? And Alvis was like, it is Zanza, before he became a god, when he was simply a man of flesh and blood. And you could see, like, Zanza, whose real name is Klaus. We didn't find out Mayneth's real name, but we found out that Zanza's real name was Klaus. We saw Klaus, the scientist, in there, basically working the space station to remake the universe, in a sense. He was like, time to bring about a new world, you know? And he recreated the universe. And that, like, vision that Shulk here... We can even show, since we have Shulk in this game, that Shulk here was shown at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. That's the same thing that Rex briefly saw in chapter 7 when he picked up the true Aegis sword. He saw a brief flash of, like, that ring around the earth and the universe being remade. So there's connections here somewhere, but where? And also, there's the whole fact that, you know, underneath the Cloud Sea, there's the land of Moritha, which looks exactly like a post-apocalyptic version of the real world of, like, Earth. And both Jin was saying that Malus described it as, and Mithra was saying that it's the birthplace of the architect, the person who originally created this world. And if Rex saw that vision of the Earth being destroyed and, like, remade, and the universe being remade, which is what happened in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, since he had that same vision that Shulk did, and if the architect is from the real world, that would imply... that would seem to push towards the idea that Klaus/Zanza is the architect of this world. But how would that be possible if he's busy being the big bad of Xenoblade Chronicles 1? He surely can't be here if he's going around being the big bad in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And he was also killed in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Dang it, I forgot to put on Electric Mastery. But that would push towards the idea that Zanza/Klaus is the architect of this world. But how can that be if he's busy being the big bad in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and was literally murderized by Shulk? And you say, check Discord DMs here, Haunt? What have you found here? Whoa, what's this? Xenoblade cosplay. Shulk legendary sword. Whoa, what size is this? Whoa. How can I turn... Here's my Dead by Daylight layout. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to show that stuff that I'm working on. You saw nothing. You saw nothing there. That's actually really neat. Well, whatever. There's part of that stuff now. Ignore some of the stuff that's going on there. You see nothing. All the stuff I'm working on in the background there. You see nothing. That's nothing related to what I'm working on the camera. No siree. That was not supposed to be shown. I forgot that was there. Whatever. It's not like I just leaked credit card information or something silly like that. But yeah, it's 47 inches for about 106 pixels. It's actually really cool. That's really cool indeed. What was I about to... I was about to put on Electric Mastery. I need 3 more levels of Electric Mastery. Hold on. Field skills. Who has Electric Mastery? You have level 3 Electric Mastery.
Been a long time coming.
My oh my.
Fierce, though. Now
Let's open it up. Yeah, this is the only time you're gonna get Core. You're too annoying. We gotta put Nia back on Rex real quick. Dang it. Wrong thing there. There we go. Go back to Nia real quick. And keep on heading up the world tree. So yeah, now Mikhail is dead. But how many doors are there? And Petroka and Akos have gone up. What do you give? Traveling bards are new game plus things. What do you give for bonus experience? Master evasion mod for Poppy. I already have the master evasion mod on like 2 of my Poppies. From a lot of grinding on the train of Tiger. So Akos and Petroka have headed up the world tree, and Malos and Jin are further up on the world tree, trying to make their way to the top and find the architect. And we're trying to do the same thing. But who is the architect? What are you? You are a level 66 rude dude, looks like. Are you not gonna fight me? Okay, that's fine with me. It's an orange from Garden Warfare 2. Hey look, there's a unique boss here that I killed, since there's a gravestone. Well, we're just gonna run by everybody. See ya. How long are you gonna chase me for, Mr. Orange? The annoying orange. Freaking! Are there more dudes coming after us? Or just the... Oh my goodness. But yeah. And yeah, I assume you're gonna say something with almost this, but... No more, maybe? Well, let's do this real quick. You can nudge, speedrunners do this. They'll like nudge the control stick like that to keep doing the first hit of the auto attack over and over. Ow! Ow! Can I just switch to like Fiora here in a sec so that I can, you know... Where did you come from? Uh-oh! Oh, in the DMs, alrighty, I'll check that in a sec here. Where did you come from? Okay, time to go into overdrive. Alright, time to listen to some Via Fliegen real quick. Who am I targeting right now? I'm targeting you, apparently. Let's go ahead and use... Oh, dang it, there's Shackle Driver. We can't use Butterfly Blade right now. Let's go ahead and use Violent Streak with Elma real quick. Have her pew-pew in all the different directions. No, Shackle Blade is still up. That's unfortunito. Unfortunito, indeed. Look how much we've built up of the overdrive already. 304 there. Can we target this one real quick? Yes, this one. This one, indeed. This one here. Let's go ahead and switch to Nia for funsies, I guess. Is what we'll do. Ow, rude. Who am I to... Why are you up in the air? Why is the motorcycle fly? Where did these guys come from? Refresh the overdrive. My oh my. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, we're not even gonna get the level 3. Alright, poopity bop. Yeah, I'm gonna pew pew it real good, just you wait. Can I get max affinity with Nia already? That'd be nice. That'd be neato there. There's the launch. Let's go ahead and do Ray of Light here. Time for some damage. Kind of like that. 607 we're at. My goodness. Well, time to spam Screw Edge with Fiora because Fiora's busted. Okay, we just got max affinity with Fiora here. Let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Do we want to use a level 4 special here just for funsies? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do this then. See how much this does. I love how if you have both Pyra and Mia on Rex, how you use both the swords and the specials. That's really nice. Alright. Boopity bop. Okay, let's get up to level 4 here. And we're gonna switch to Pyra, and we're gonna get that Flame Bolt, but we're gonna do the level 4 special here real quick. Like this. I love this animation so much. It's so good. I love how there's the 2 different animations depending on who you initiate it with. Oh yeah, that definitely did do quite a bit of damage. Using Pyra and Nia's swords at the same time there for those attacks is so good. I love it so much. Elevator! We go up. And a Buster Sword one as well. My oh my, the things that people make is insane. I'd totally cosplay as Shulk if it wasn't like super difficult to make all his clothes and stuff like that. The only cosplay that I'm good at is Harmonia. That's the only one I can do. Because his stuff was relatively simple and I have it all done anyway. How the heck would you do like Shulk's pants that he has if you were to cosplay as Shulk? Because he has those freaking weird things on his shorts. So how the heck would you do that? I love how they share the same animation there. Also, something else I love about both Shulk and Fior being in this game is the unique post-battle conversations you get between like some of the party members. Like, I've seen a bunch of them online, and my favorite post-battle conversation in this game at all has got to be Zeke and Fior's. Like, it goes something like, Fior says, "Zeke, I think girls would like you better if you dropped that strange act already," and Zeke's like, "Girls? Pah! Who cares? All the Zekeinator cares about is being the bestest, fastest, strongest, toughest, ultimate fighting machine. Nothing more." Something like that. And it's like the greatest thing ever. That's gotta be like my favorite post-battle conversation in this game at all. But oh dang it, can I not show Shulk's leggings? Can I? I could probably find the full art here. But anyway. Well, we can see the very bottoms of those leggings there, but how would you like do that? Yeah, those. How would you freaking do that? And his jacket too. Like, how do? Like, it'd be really fun to cosplay as Shulk, but like, how do? Literally, how do? How does one do that? All right, let's head on forward then.
What do you see?
What do I see? I see a bunch of people struggling to stay alive. Same as almost everyone else on Allrest right now.
Zeke, have you ever taken a person's life?
Can't say I have. Never seen the need for it myself.
Oh?
Why does anyone kill others? Because they're in your way, or because you can't bear the sight of them? You kill because you're weak. But I'm not weak, so I don't need to kill anyone. And I don't mean physically, yeah? I mean in here.
I suppose that makes me weak then. But that weakness is why I'm standing here today.
So you hate them, humans?
No. I hate this world.
Chum. Huh? Do you like this world?
What?
Just give me a straight answer.
Yeah. Sure, there's plenty of room for improvement, but then there's also plenty of stuff that's awesome.
What about us?
Huh?
I think Charlotte's about to propose. What?
Fleabag. I mean, how do you feel about us? People.
Whew. I was worried then.
You should be so lucky. Anyway, what's your answer?
Ooh, that's a tough one. People can be fun to be around, but sometimes they're hard to deal with. And then there's mean types, like that Banner.
For sure.
But life's about taking the good with the bad, right? So yeah, I like people. And I like myself, and I'm people.
All right, Big Ed.
I see. Well, that's you all over. I'm relieved.
What?
Well,
Hmm?
suppose a guy who hated himself had the power that you do. If someone like that were to meet the architect, I wouldn't be surprised if they wished for the whole world to disappear.
So that scene with Zeke and Amalthus is really impactful. I like Xenoblade Chronicles, as I was mentioning in chat there, is just so brilliant at making the most convincing villains. Like Egil's gotta be like one of my favorite villains out of like any story ever. He's so brilliantly written, like he genuinely wanted to save the world. And Amalthus here, who genuinely wants to destroy the world, it's like they make it very believable. Like there's the thanks for the 3 bits, Anima. How's it going today?
Sabotage.
Like there, the way that voice said that there. But there's like the scene that we've seen in the past of like how he lost his mother to bandits and he wound up murdering all the bandits in revenge and beginning to hate the world. Or there was the scene at the beginning of this chapter that's like one of the best cutscenes in the game that has no voice at all until a single line at the very end of the whole scene. But apart from that, it's just a couple minutes of no talking at all, and it perfectly represents why Amalthus hates the world so much, with him going around and trying to do good deeds. He's like bandaging up a soldier and stuff like that and giving these speeches, only to find later while he's trekking around that this same soldier that he healed up had killed this couple in this cottage and was about to kill the baby to loot the house before Amalthus stopped him and killed him instead, when it was the soldier that he had healed back up to healthy. And like he just genuinely hates the world so much and just wants it to be destroyed, and it's so believable. I love how they wrote him as a character.
What have
Like,
we here?